What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Naughty Nap, and today I have a Cyber Dragons versus Tenpai Kashtira replay. The OG going second deck, going against the new going second deck. This is the clash of the going second decks, guys. Let's see who wins. So, starting off, our opponent wins the rock, paper, scissors, and then our opponent makes us go first. We know what that means, guys. We're going against Tenpai. Now, what do I do with a going second deck against Tenpai? I just cry. But anyway, let's go. In our opening hand, we have Juice, Droplet, Thrust, Phantasme, and Cyber Emergency. Opponent has Kashtira Birth, Fuwalos, Fenrir, Pydra, and Ultimate Slayer. So, our opponent makes us go first, and with this hand, we could do Fiendsmith plays, because I can just go Emergency. I think I played Nashter and Cyber Dragon, so I don't want to waste Nashter, so I would just go add Cyber Dragon, Cyber Dragon Core to be specific, normal summon Core effect, search, Cyber Dark Realm, and then I'll just link away into Almirage, and then Juice Worm, banish Core to special summon itself, and then there I'll just go for Fiendsmith plays. Not very ideal, waste of a Juice Worm. So that would be the plan. So we go into main phase, and then we activate Cyber Emergency. I was thinking here for long, because I was thinking, do I commit to Fiendsmith, or do I just pass? But my opponent's playing Tenpai, possibly, and I'm just going to lose if I have nothing. So I decide to activate Emergency, search for Core, normal summon Core effect. Our opponent drops the Fuwalos. Now this makes things even more complicated. I can't give my opponent draw, so I just search for Cyber Dark Realm, I set Forbidden Droplet, and then I just pass. Now what do we do from here, guys? We pray. Now opponent draws into Pressured Planet Right South. So opponent enters main phase, special summons Fenrir. Fenrir effect will get him Kashtira Unicorn. Opponent will activate Kashtira Birth. Next, activate the field spell. The field spell will search him another Fenrir. Opponent normal summons Pydra. And now, guys, this is where we cry. Because now we know if he has Chandra in hand, it's GG's. If he has Kaiman in hand, that's also GG's. And our only hope is that we just activate Droplet and negate the Pydra. So we send off Core, negate Pydra, and boom, he had nothing. Cool. So he just enters battle phase straight from there, attacks us for 2,400 and 1,350. Because Pydra's attack has been halved by Droplet. Opponent then enters main phase 2. They link, he first link summons into Striker Dragon, and then he attempts to link summon again, and then I just stop him because I was thinking on the summon of Striker Dragon whether I want to activate Phantasme, but I decided no, it's fine, I'll let it go through. He's probably going to go into SP. He can't go into CLs because he does not control 2 dragons. So you go into SP, and on the summon of SP, I decide to activate Phantasme. After a lot of hard thinking, I can tell you that. Eventually, activate Phantasme, special summon Phantasme, and then we draw into Tract and Power Bond. Now, I already have Cyber Dark Realm and Power Bond. I'm pretty sure I put back Power Bond. I have Cyber Dark Realm to search the Power Bond, and if I keep Power Bond in my hand, it's a dead card. I can't do anything with it. There's no Cyber Dragon names on my field or in my hand. So I decide to put back the Power Bond, and then Core gets banished. Now, before my opponent reborns Fenrir, I decide to just activate Juice Worm, targeting his Striker Dragon to banish, so that Fenrir doesn't banish any of the cards on our field. Opponent will then set the Ultimate Slayer. This is a bluff. It could have been a Droplet or Imperm from my point of view during the duel. And we draw into Fuwalos, 1 turn too late. So here I'm thinking what to do. I do need to get rid of the Fenrir, but also the SP, and I need to somehow make Thrust live as well. So eventually I decide that I will link Phantasme and Jerusalem away into Moon of the Closed Heaven. As you can see, I am thinking really hard here. A big think, yes, a big think indeed. And eventually I link summon into Moon of the Closed Heaven. This will trigger Draw Swarm, targeting the Fenrir to send to grave. Then our opponent activates SP, targeting his Fenrir and his Moon to banish, which is a mistake because if he just banished the SP and our Moon, when I activate Thirst, I can only set the spell or trap. But now, since SP will be left on the field, Thirst will allow us to add a card to our hand. So we add Cyber Emergency, and now we activate, is it Tracked first? I'm not sure, or if it's Cyber Emergency. No, we go with Tracked. Opponent immediately scoops, so they only had SP, well sorry, SP was already dead, and there was no other interruptions apart from that set card, which was a bluff. But I was definitely going to start with our Fiendsmith plays, set up Desiree, and then activate Cyber Emergency to normal summon. Sorry, I'm skipping steps here. Search for core, normal summon core, see if he has anything, and then I can just go into the Power Bond OTK. Sorry, not OTK, it's like the third turn. So the Power Bond combo to win us the game. So now our opponent makes us go first because of course they're playing Tenpai. Just want to cry. So in our opening hand we have Nashter, Joel and Lockbird, 2 Cyber Emergencies, very unfortunate, and Ash Blossom. This, I mean, it would have been best if we went second, but it is what it is, eh? Opponent opens Dark Hole, Magma Heart, Pressured Planet Right-Side, Raigeki because Dark Hole is clearly not enough, and Tenpai Dragon Fadra. So we start our turn, we enter main phase, and now I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I just search for core, end my turn? But then I realize I can't just end on this. I also have 2 hand traps. I could possibly try something. So I go core effect to search for Cyberdark Realm. And now I was debating whether to use Nashter effect, but Nashter requires me to discard a monster to special summon itself. And I have 2 hand traps. And I thought to myself, these 2 hand traps are pretty good. I don't want to waste them. So I make the sacrifice to activate Realm, search for Cyberdark Chimera, use the Realm effect to normal summon Cyberdark Chimera, and then from there I am going straight into my Fiendsmith plays. And here I'm still taking my time to think because, yeah, going first with a going second build is not that easy, and yeah, against Tenpai makes it even worse. So as you can see, I am now starting my Fiendsmith plays. Link into Moon, Link into Requiem, Requiem effect, summon Lacrima, Lacrima effect will dump Engraver, and then Engraver effect will shuffle back Moon to special summon itself. And then here I link into Sequence, and then Sequence effect, Fusion Summon into Desiree. And then we just equip Sequence to the Desiree for our negate. And we pass our turn with tears and prayers. Eventually I was just thinking what to do here. Do I go into SP? No, I was like, no, I'm keeping the 2 hand traps. So I just equip Sequence, pass our turn. Opponent draws into Pydra. Goodness me. Okay. So opponent goes to main phase. Opponent activates Dark Hole. And I knew I just had to negate this. Just had to. I just forced out the negate. So I negate with Desiree. Cool. Opponent drops us with the Raigeki. Man, screw this guy. Honestly. Like, Desiree was already used, bro. Why can't you just leave it off the field? What's the need of destroying it? But you know what? Screw Tenpai players. But anyway, Desiree gets destroyed. Now our board is empty besides Cyberdark Realm on the field, which actually does nothing. But you know what I mean. Our board is empty. Opponent activates the field spell to search for Fenrir. Opponent will special summon Fenrir. Oh, and then, oh yes, I did lag. Opponent, oh no, either I lagged or my opponent played fast, but on resolution of adding Fenrir, I did activate Roll. I did want to activate Roll. Oh yes, so I was lagging, cool. Activate Roll, and then our opponent special summons Fenrir, normal summons Pydra. And now, like, why do they have the effect to set? Like, why? Just please, why? So anyway, our opponent sets the Sangan Kaiman. So yeah, opponent sets the Sangan Kaiman, and then they're busy thinking here. They use Mag effect targeting our Desiree to banish. They can't activate. I mean, they can activate mag, but they won't get a search. So they enter battle phase, attack us for quite a bit of damage, 1700. Sorry, the field spell boosts them, so we took a lot of damage with 500 life points left. Opponent then activates Fenrir on attack declaration to banish our Cyberdark Realm, which wasn't really going to help us. We only played one Cyberdark Chimera. Opponent now link summons into spheres. So we draw spheres, yes, spheres, and now we draw into Lacrima. Whew, not the best card you want to see, but hey, you play with the cards you dealt with. So we have Ash Blossom for spheres, but also the other issue is Kaiman. We can only Ash Blossom one of these two cards, so it is a very difficult position for us, especially with this hand. Naturally, if I normal summon, I can reborn the Chimera, but then I'm locked into machine monsters, and I can't use Power Bond because I don't have two Cyber Dragon names. So the best play I could do was only normal summon Lacrima. So in the standby phase, our opponent decides to activate Zangan summoning, and I'm thinking whether to Ash this or not, but it doesn't make a difference because spheres will essentially do the job of Zangan Kaiman. So I decided to let it go through. Opponent adds Genroku, then Genroku effect to special summon itself from the hand. And now we enter main phase, and here I was thinking for quite a long time. But as the plan goes, I decide to eventually normal summon Lacrima, then Lacrima effect. Lacrima will send Engraver. Opponent's thinking whether to use Fenrir, and they do. They target a Lacrima to banish. And now here I'm thinking extra hard. We decide to go Engraver effect, shuffling back sequence to special summon itself. But I can't really do much here. I can just link into Requiem. Requiem effect will only summon another Engraver, and then Requiem equipped to Engraver, but then our opponent can just activate spheres to bounce. But yeah, that is what I do. Get that spheres to use its effect. So link into Requiem effect to special summon another Engraver. Then we go, made a misclick there, but I'm equipping Requiem to the Engraver. And then I decide to go Fiendsmith Engraver effect to send the spheres and our equip to the grave. Our opponent, I think, yes, bounces our Engraver back to the hand. Spheres effect, we decide to use our Ash Blossom on that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh no, we actually let it go through because, yeah, Ash Blossom wasn't going to help us in any way. If we Ash the spheres, Genroku will essentially do what spheres was going to do, special summon the Chandra. And so here, we're thinking, and now since our board has no monsters and only our opponent controls a monster, we are able to use Cyber Dragon Core's effect. Cyber Dragon Core banish itself to special summon a Cyber Dragon monster. We special summon Cyber Dragon. And now I decide to try and see how I can get rid of the Chandra, where I can save the Ash for the Genroku. Now here, I do have two Cyber Dragon names in my hand. But even if I go Power Bond, go into Chimera Take Rampage Dragon, I can pop the field spell, cool. But I can't enter battle phase because Chandra will just activate. Genroku will activate. I can only stop one of them. Well, I can't stop Chandra with Ash because that happens at the start of the damage step. I can only stop Chandra, but I can't stop... I can only stop Genroku, but I can't stop Chandra. So it is still a difficult position and a losing position for me. But just to show you guys how it played out, eventually I activate Engraver to search for the Fiendsmith Tract, activate Tract, add Lowy, discard Lowy, Lowy effect to special summon itself. I then link into Light Charmer. Yes, Liner, the Light Charmer. I decide to use this as the play to go into SP for the banish effect because Requiem is already engraved. I can't remember if I played the second one. So I link summon into Liner. Liner take his... I can take his seals. Special summon it to a zone. Yes, special summon it to the zone Liner points to. And then here we then link summon into SP. SP target the Chandra to banish. And now I decide to just... I was probably dumb. They only play one Chandra. I could have taken the chance just to attack into Genroku, and then if they use Genroku effect, just Ash it. They don't play another tuner apart from Genroku. Genroku's hand effect, which special summons itself as a tuner. But I could have done that, taken the chance, guys. Banish the Chandra. That is gone for good, and then just attack into the Genroku, and maybe if they use the effect, I can just Ash it, and then we see from there. Yeah, we would just have to see from there, guys. If we did survive, opponent normal summons Fadra reborns Genroku effect adds Pydra, but that can't do anything. Actually, no, Pydra would add the field spell, the one-off field spell. They'll activate the field spell effect, add the second copy. Wait, can they do that? No. Yeah, they can. So add the second copy of Genroku. Then the Genroku will trigger in the hand. Special summons itself as a tuner. And then it will be a level 4 tuner. And so I guess, yeah, that is where they would start. It was worth a risk though, but I didn't do that, so I just scooped immediately. I should have tried it. And now, third game, the final round, we make our opponent go first and we are going second. So our opponent opens Set Rotation, Kashtira Fenrir, Raigeki, Forbidden Droplet, Fuwalos. We open Cyber Dragon Core, Thrust, Lacrima, Tract, and Power Bond. So making our opponent go first, unfortunately their Fuwalos is dead. So in the main phase, opponent activates Set Rotation. They give us the Sangan Summoning. It would be a good time to be playing a small Tenpai engine in our deck right now. And they give themselves, I'm pretty sure that is the Kashtira field spell, but you just can't see it now. So yes, main phase, they activate the Pressure Planet Right Side to search Unicorn. Special summon Unicorn effect to search for Kashtira Birth. Then they activate Kashtira Birth, normal summon the Fenrir effect to search for another Fenrir. And now they are thinking here, but they eventually decide to set the Droplet and set Raigeki, obviously as a bluff. This could have been Kaiman or an Imperm, one of the two. Or another disruption, could have been Book of Eclipse. So we start our turn, we draw into Engraver. Unfortunately, we see 3 Fiendsmith cards, which isn't really ideal. But it is what it is. So we enter main phase. Now I had to think of what to do. I need to bait out my opponent's Kashtira monsters to make Thrust live. And my idea was I thrust into Hoppy's Feather Duster and just clear the back row, because I did side in Hoppy's Feather Duster. So we activate Engraver, search for Tract. Opponent then activates Unicorn. Unicorn will banish our Requiem. I think this was the only copy of Requiem we were playing. So this did hurt us. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I was playing only one Requiem. But since our opponent activated a monster effect, I decided to go with Thrust, add the Feather Duster to our hand, and we activate Feather Duster to clear the back row. And then to our realization, Droplet was the only issue. And then from here, I activate Tract, add Luri, discard Luri effect to special. And now our opponent does not respond with Fenrir, so we normal summon core effect to search for Cyberdark Realm. Okay, yes, so I did not link into Requiem because that was the only copy I was playing. So the next play I had to do was normal summon core. That was the only thing I can do. So core effect searches us Cyberdark Realm. We activate Cyberdark Realm to search for Cyberdark Chimera. Opponent still doesn't respond, so we normal summon Chimera using Cyberdark Realm. Then we use Chimera effect, discard the track to add Power Bond to our hand. Now, our opponent targets the Our opponent targets Cyberdark Chimera to banish, which absolutely hurts us, guys. Absolutely hurts us. Now we can't bring out another Cyber Dragon name onto the field, and we can't OTK. And so here, I'm not sure what I did. Maybe I linked it to Almirage. I'm just going for SP. Link it to SP, target the Fenrir to banish. But if my opponent is playing a second copy of Kashtira Birth, that is going to be useless. But yeah, we go for Fenrir. Fenrir is more of an issue than Unicorn, because Unicorn just banishes from the extra deck. Fenrir, we need to keep our materials on the field, so I decided to get rid of Fenrir. Opponent then enters main phase, switches Unicorn to attack, and they join to Genroku. They normal summon Genroku, and now here they decide to enter battle phase. And honestly, I didn't have anything. I really did not have anything. So they attack into SP. I have no monsters, and then Genroku is game. Just start the Fiendsmith plays, and guys, I just scoop. There's nothing I can do. So why waste my time? Why waste your time? I give up the duel. So that brings us to the end of the replay, guys. Cyber Dragons lost against Tenpai Kashtira, but I still thought it was a pretty interesting duel to show you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and guys, don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up to date with my awesome Cyber Dragon content. Also, ring those notification bells, and till the next video, guys, Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.